Share the link. Alpha Hour, share the link. Today, 24 bars, we're working on production for Alpha Hour Convocation 2025. Yes, we were the production managers for that event. So here you can see us near Bompire Edim, because the battle ahead of us was very, very, very tough. And this would have been one of our biggest events yet for last year. So this is the team praying. The idea for this morning was that after the prayer, we're going to do an inventory of everything we are taking to the stadium. So we'll check if every instrument, every speaker is working. Yes. So these are the guys taking the things out so that we can start testing them. So this is Year Select we are working with today. And that's me. Hello. I'm obviously here again. This 24 bars. Today we are privileged to work on the Alpha Hour Convocation 2025 at the Accra Sports Stadium. So this is day one. As you can see, we are loading in the sound bit into the car so we can push and move the things to the stadium. And today we are working in collaboration with Gear Select. So you can see on my chest, Gear Select, they are the #1 audio company or team in Ghana. Anything audio, visual, they are the people to go to. So I'm going to give you behind the scenes of everything we are going to do from today till the end of the convocation proper. So yes, as we always do, we are going to give
so me car me bro for be bringing in a no and one say minimum be content. I was going to do the content with you. So again, like I said earlier on, these are the guys taking out all the speakers and then the boxes we're going to use. And this is a GS Select team. It's a team made up of, I call it the superstar team, right? A dream team where a lot of individuals who are expertise in the various fields were put together to come to do this. And that's the team lead.
Once in a while, then we just talk about the team lead. Hi, this is Caleb here from Gear Select, and we have the privilege to be setting up for the Alpha Hour Convocation 2025. And it promises to be a time of blessing, a time of reflecting on God's goodness throughout the year 2025. And as team lead, I'm very poised to make sure that everything is excellent in terms of sound, both indoor, in space.
Yes, so that's Caleb. Caleb has been in the industry for over a decade and more. So this is him testing and tuning the drum. He's a perfectionist, so I know person tuning test BBR so that by the time we get to the event venue, we are sure that everything we took from the office is working. Here now you label cables, differentiating the cables, the XLRs, the jacks, whichever ones. We're trying to put all of them together and label them so that when we go to the stadium, we are able to identify things easily. You know that this is on a bigger scale, so you cannot afford to make any mistake. And so we wanted to be sure everything was organized and well put together. These are the trucks that are going to convey the things from the GS Select office in Wager. Yes, so speakers. I'm sure those of you who were at the event or at the convocation could attest to the fact that it was a huge investment in terms of sound. And the rains came in briefly, and it took us about 7 hours to load in, check everything and load in. And this is the first truck headed to the stadium. Haseni Edu Stadium. So as usual, there's trusses and then the stage was supposed to go up before our sound starts. So then this is us inspecting the thing again. And we worked into the night. The next morning, there was a lot of progress. So we started mounting putting our speakers in place. Your cables near BBR. This is Caleb again, Charlie Hard working boss, team lead. And yes, this setup was such that we had a lot of volunteers from both the church and then our team members as well. Charlie, everybody will be a while. See, these are the subs and then the front of house speakers. And then we're trying to get ready to rig the line arrays. So yeah, we as a team, we take our job seriously. We are professionals. So we make sure that every little bit of it, we cross our T's and dots our I's. Here, the stage people still working on mounting the stage. Charlie stage nurse. it was so huge. It was one of the biggest I'd seen, and I was privileged to see it being mounted from beginning to end. Usually, because I do smaller venues and all, so most of the spaces and then the stages are very static. But we started from grounds up, and these are the lights and then the hoist. That was an electric hoist you just saw. So yes, gone are the days you use manpower to hoist the line arrays. This one is an electric one, so once you configure it and you get everything in place, see the way it's going. Charlie. Pastor Elvis Nyamishra, no, he's invested in this convocation, and we're proud to be the sound house for this. So this is us making sure that the line arrays go up. And you will not understand. I mean, it's more scientific, technical, and mathematical than we all think, because there are angles that needs to be tilted there so that the speakers would blow a certain way. Charlie, you needed to be there to see it and appreciate it. Most of the time, all we see is that the speakers are up and then it's blowing. But this time round, we're privileged to take us through the rudiments of it. Yes, this is me. My breath. I was tired, but I was still poised and then ready to make sure everything is going as planned. At this point, it was looking good. The setup was looking good. Yeah. And this was like day 3 of setup. Yeah. At this point, we had put up the front of house station and everything else that we need. And this is the speaker that this is the mixing console that we are using, the XSL.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
That's the event manager I was liaising with. I worked with him the whole time. So this is the calm before the storm, I call it. So it was a collaborative team effort, and every team member put up their best, as we can see here. Still tying the loose ends, stage plots and everything else that we needed to do. Charlie, this one there was hands on deck. Everybody, Charlie, from lights to whoever.
So it's 2:30 a.m. and I'm just going to go home, go and rest a bit, freshen up, and then come back later in the day. Today is 30th. Today is first day of the convocation. So yes, this is me, Papa Kwesi, from 24 Bars, with my tired face and tired self, reporting for you. See you in the morning.
Stay here. 30th, and the event had started. It means that we had done all the final tweaks and everything. So my job for the day was to be the so this is me controlling things from the front of house. So I was dishing out directions and instructions to the stage managers. I have two different stage managers. No, 4 actually, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So I would actually give them instruction, and then they would speak back to me using the talk box, which was you saw me use. Here, Team Eternity was on stage, Charlie. They came to shake the place. You know them. They always deliver. They were looking very, very good too, I must say. Their fashion sense, Charlie, these guys. Yeah, so the audience went crazy for this particular set. And then there was the Jama and then the praise session. And Esther Smith also took to the stage. By this time, it was getting to the evening. Yeah. Charlie, the stadium was packed. Charlie. And this was the team. This was us on stage. And there was Tego Sisters. And then the prayer. For me, it was an honor because I'm an Alpharian too. So it was like a full circle for me. Getting to do what I do best for the very prayer altar that I pray on. It meant something to me. Yeah, it meant a lot to me, I must say, Charlie, because in between the job, especially on the 31st, I also immersed myself into the prayer. So here there was MOG and Daughters of Glorious Jesus. That is Lady Mercy right there in your shot. And that is 31st night. 31st night was also very, very exciting, Charlie. We couldn't contain the crowd at a point, but then the team had gotten a hang of it and decided to join in the praise and in the worship. Charlie, look at this. Then the man of the hour, Pastor Elvis, as he came in with the Aya boys. This was when he was ministering to us. So Alpha Hour 2025 convocation was a success, and I was really excited to have worked on this project with GS Select and then the rest of the team, Charlie. And that was the live broadcast, online broadcast room, as you can see. Yes, we had an engineer there too, and then this was tear down, the most difficult part of the entire work. You tear down everything that you have put up, and that was how we wrap it up.